Chapter 1, Section 8 is over algebra properties. The main idea here is to use addition and multiplication properties to solve problems. And there's one vocab word we need to go over, and it is the expressions 5 parentheses $9 plus $2 and 5 parentheses $9 plus 5 parentheses $2 are equivalent expressions because they have the same value. Now we're going to do some examples. This is called distributive property. And distributive property is when you multiply a sum by a number, you multiply each add-in of the sum by the number outside the parentheses. So you're kind of distributing the number on the outside of the parentheses. This first one, you're going 8 times 5 and 8 times 7. So that would be 40, that would be 56, and then you add them together. This time it's on the back side of the parentheses. So you're going to distribute the 2 to the 6 and the 9 to the 6. So 2 times 6 is 12, 9 times 6 is 54, and that becomes 66. Here's a few more distributive properties. A, you're going to distribute 4 to 6 and 4 to 3, so it's going to become 24 and 12, and that equals 36. Now we're going to move on to some more properties. Commutative property is the order in which two numbers are added or multiplied does not change their sum or product. Associative property is the way in which three numbers are grouped when they are added or multiplied and it does not change their product or sum. And then identity property is the sum of an add-in and 0 is the add-in. The product of a factor and 1 is the factor. So I'm going to show you some examples of those. Like on this one, there are three numbers, and that equals these three numbers. So that would be associative because that is three numbers and they're grouped together, and when they're multiplied or added, it doesn't change the product or sum. This one is a distributive because you're distributing the 3 to the 9 and the 3 to the 7. Number 11 is an example of a commutative property. 7 times 2 equals 2 times 7. And the commutative is when there's two numbers added or multiplied, does not change their answer. And then identity is an example like 7 plus 0 equals 7. And that's an identity. So that's the four examples of properties.